Working on completing the subtraction sentence with operands up to 1,000. So our first question here is fill in the missing number. Let's use the scratch pad to help us rewrite this sentence. A subtraction sentence can be rewritten as an addition sentence. So instead of looking at it as blank minus 33 equals 4, we could also look at it as 33 plus 4 equals question mark. So now we can solve the problem this way. 33 plus 4 equals 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. So we're looking at 37. Just to make sure that that makes sense, we could say 37 minus 33 equals 4. Does that make sense? Is that right? Yes, if I took away 37 minus 33, I would get 4. So now let's double check that that answer is down here. It is. Great. Let's move on to the next one. This one is fill in the missing number again, and it is 61 minus 0 equals blank. Since the question mark is in the place that we are most comfortable with it being, we don't necessarily need to rewrite this sentence, but we could. We could rewrite it as 0 plus blank equals 61. So if I have 0, how many more do I need to get to add to get to 61? Well, that would be 61. So 61 take away 0 would be 61. Let's close that scratch pad, double check that that answer is down here. It is. Now let's move on to this one. Again, the directions say fill in the missing number. Let's open up that scratch pad. Something minus 7 is going to give us 70. So again, let's rewrite this as an addition problem to make it a little bit easier for us. 70 plus 7 is going to equal question mark. This should be a little bit easier to do. 70 plus 7 is going to give us the answer of 77. We can plug that in here and see if 77 and I take away 7, does that equal 70? Yes. So now we can close that scratch pad, find 77, and move on to our next problem. This one shows fill in the missing number. Question mark minus 13 equals 25. So again, the first thing we should do is rewrite this as an addition sentence. 25 plus 13, let's make that plus a little bit more clear, plus 13 equals question mark. So 2 10s and 1 10 gives me 3 10s, 5 1s and 3 1s gives me 8 1s, so 38. So if I had 38 and I took away 13, would that give me 25? Yes. So I'm going to close that. I'm going to look for 38 down here on the answer choices. I see it. Great job. Again, let's see, fill in the missing number. Scratch pad here. So 38 minus 16 equals question mark. This one could be a very basic subtraction problem because the equal sign is in the place that we are usually the most comfortable. So we can look at 38 minus 16. So I'm going to start in my ones. If I have 8 ones and I want to take away 6 ones, that would leave me with 2 ones. And if I have 3 10s and I want to take away 1 10, that would leave me with 2 10s, so 22. Let's close that scratch pad, look to make sure that 22 is here. It is. Great. Let's move on to the next one. Fill in the missing number. 45 minus something is going to equal 32. Now this one's a little bit trickier than the ones we worked on before because we have the first number. In the previous problems, we had the second number. So instead of rewriting this the way that we would have with addition, we can rewrite this as subtraction again, but we can switch this question mark with a 32. So 45 minus 32 is going to give us what? So 45 minus 32, so 5 ones minus 2 ones is going to give me 3 ones, and 4 tens minus 3 tens is going to give me 1 10. So 45 minus 32 equals 13, or 45 minus 13 is going to equal 32. Let's check if 13 is down here. It is. Great. Let's move on. So fill in the missing number. Let's open up that scratch pad. It's always so helpful. Now that first number is missing again, so we can rewrite this one as an addition sentence. So this one would be 22 plus 2, which is going to give us what? Well, 22 plus 2 more is going to give us 24. Let's close that scratch pad. Well, let's double check first. 24 minus 2, is that going to give me 22? Absolutely it is. So let's go ahead and close that scratch pad. Let's look for 24. It's up there. Nice work. 89 minus 0 equals blank. At this point, I think we've gotten a little familiar with it, and this one seems pretty easy because we're actually taking away nothing. So taking away 0 here would give us 89 take away nothing. Well, we're still going to have 89. So let's double check that that is down here. It is. That's right. Now here's this next one. 96 minus 77 equals blank. So we could rewrite this as an addition sentence again. 77 plus something is going to give us 96. So I like to think about this as going bit by bit. So if I'm at 77, let's get to 80. So let's add 3 more, and that gets us to 80. And then if we're at 80 and we need to get to 96, we can add 10. So 80 plus 10 is going to give us 90. So now we're at 90. How many more do we need to add? 90 plus 6 will get us to 96. And so the way that we find out this missing number is we take all of these right here and we can add them together. So 10 plus 3 plus 6 is going to give us 19. Let's see, is 19 down here? It is. So let's close that scratch pad. Let's hit 19 and move on to our final question. 59 minus 3. So this one, there are no tens here, so 0 tens. So we have 5 tens and 9 ones. We have 0 tens and 3 ones. So 9 ones minus 3 ones is going to give us 6 ones. And 5 tens minus 0 tens is going to give us 5 tens. So 59 minus 3 is going to give us 56. Let's double check that that is an answer down here. It is. Awesome. We just completed all 10 skills. Nice job.